Today's tutorial is about the new Freya. Freya has undergone a rework and received some major changes. Her first skill now knocks enemies into the air. Her second skill no longer has a cooldown, and her ultimate grants crowd control immunity and slows enemies in an area. These adjustments completely change her playstyle, and in some cases, can even make her gameplay more challenging. If you want to master the new Freya, stay until the end, because you're in the right place. In this video, I'll clearly and simply explain how her new passive, skills, and combos work. And at the end, I'll also share some builds and tips to maximize your gameplay with this new Valkyrie of Mobile Legends. Passive. The new passive of Freya keeps the essence of the old one. She gains a stack with each basic attack, up to a maximum of 6. Consuming one of these stacks grants Freya 100% attack speed on her next basic attack. This effect can also stack up to 6 times, ensuring increased speed for her next 6 attacks. The big difference now is that these stacks gradually regenerate when Freya is out of combat, a significant improvement. These stacks are directly connected to her skill 2. With this skill, Freya dashes in a chosen direction and strikes, dealing physical damage and applying a 30% slow to enemies hit for 0.5 seconds. Unlike the previous version, this skill has no cooldown. Instead, it consumes 2 stacks of her passive per use. This will be Freya's main weapon in fights. The combination of mobility, damage, and crowd control makes this skill a real threat, especially against enemies with low mobility. It can also be used defensively, allowing up to 3 consecutive dashes when Freya has all 6 stacks. The only downside is that it deals 50% less damage to jungle monsters. Skill 1. Freya leaps to a designated area, gaining a shield that scales with her total physical attack. Enemies hit within the area take physical damage and are knocked airborne briefly. It's a great initiation tool thanks to its crowd control, but can also be used to escape dangerous situations. Ultimate. Freya soars to a targeted location, dealing physical damage and applying a 40% slow for 2 seconds to enemies hit both along the path and in the landing area. During the dash, she becomes immune to crowd control, making the movement nearly unavoidable. After landing, Freya enters Valkyrie mode for 12 seconds, instantly restoring all her passive stacks and enhancing her basic attacks. In this state, each basic attack deals extra damage and restores HP based on her total physical attack, while also hitting in a much larger area. A great source of AoE damage. Like Skill 1, her ultimate is excellent for initiating team fights, especially due to the area slow applied to enemies. In my opinion, this new ultimate is much better than the old one. What about you? What do you think of Freya's new abilities? Share your thoughts in the comments. Combos. The new Freya is an extremely powerful hero, both in 1 versus 1 duels and large team fights. With that said, here are some simple yet highly effective combos that you can use in almost any situation. The first combo is ideal for direct confrontations. Start with Skill 1 to deal damage and apply crowd control. Then use Skill 2 along with basic attacks. It's the simplest combo of all, but also one of the most effective for gaining the upper hand in short trades. The second combo is perfect for dealing with heroes that have high mobility. Start with the ultimate to close the gap and apply a slow, then use Skill 2 followed by basic attacks. Save Skill 1 for when the enemy tries to escape with a mobility skill. That way, you can secure the kill. It's an excellent chase combo. The third combo is ideal for initiating team fights. Use the ultimate to hit as many enemies as possible and immediately follow up with Skill 1 to apply even more crowd control. Then use Skill 2 in combination with basic attacks to maximize your damage and slow effects. This combo is great for starting fights and shining alongside your team, but avoid using it alone unless you're really ahead in the match. These are simple, practical, and highly effective combos that can make a big difference in your games with the new Freya. Make the most of the Valkyrie's power. Build and emblems. Freya is a hero completely focused on damage, so that's exactly where you should build around. Items like Blade of Despair, Malefic Roar, And Sea Halberd will greatly enhance your offensive power, allowing you to burst down enemies with ease. Since Freya relies on a mix of basic attacks and skills, items like Blade of the Heptasias and Endless Battle are excellent choices. They provide extra damage and great synergy with her playstyle. If you want to increase your durability without losing too much damage, you can go for Rose Gold Meteor and Queen's Wings. These items help a lot, especially in the late game, when team fights become more intense. Another good option is a critical damage build, featuring Haas's Claws, Berserker's Fury, and Windtalker. This setup works great against squishier enemy compositions, allowing you to eliminate them very quickly. As for emblems, the Assassin emblem is the one I recommend the most. It grants physical penetration and bonus damage, both perfect stats for Freya's aggressive nature. When it comes to talents, they can vary depending on the match. For the first slot, go with Thrill against low defense compositions or Rupture when facing tankier heroes. For the second slot, Master Assassin is the best option, as it significantly boosts your lane damage, making Freya even more threatening. For the final slot, you can choose between Killing Spree, Warcry, or Quantum Charge. All solid options depending on your strategy. Old Freya used to benefit a lot from Inspire, but this reworked version doesn't rely as much on attack speed. Since she's now more focused on initiating fights, the spell I recommend the most is Vengeance, as it greatly increases her survivability during team fights. Still, that's not a strict rule. Feel free to use whatever spell works best for your playstyle and comfort. These are the builds I tested and performed best with, and I highly recommend them, especially if you're just starting to play the new Freya. Feel free to use or adapt them according to your playstyle and match situation. Tips to improve your gameplay with Freya. Freya is a hero with incredibly high damage from early to late game. Start by unlocking her first skill, as it's great for pressuring the enemy and gaining an advantage in the lane. If your opponent pushes too far, you can easily punish or even eliminate them. Of course, some heroes may have an early game advantage against you, but in most matchups, Freya dominates the lane with ease. Remember, your job isn't to stay in the lane all game forcing duels. As an EXP laner, your main role is to spread your advantage to the rest of your team. Ideally, you should clear the wave quickly and rotate, either to invade the enemy jungle or assist your mid laner. You can also proxy waves to speed up your rotations even more. Since Freya has very high damage, most enemies will struggle to contest you. Freya's first skill is perfect for quick initiations, as it provides both crowd control and a shield. Use the bushes to your advantage. Many times the enemy won't even have time to react. Freya's ultimate is extremely powerful, whether in 1v1 duels or team fights. If you're planning to force a duel, don't wait until you've lost half your HP to use it. Remember, her ultimate lasts 12 seconds and restores HP when dealing damage, so it's best to start the fight with it, giving you more damage and survivability. In team fights, it's just as crucial since it applies AoE slow and allows you to dive into the backline to eliminate enemy carries. Because her ultimate grants CC immunity, it's almost impossible to stop her once she dives in. However, despite her potential, Freya still struggles against heavy crowd control. In the late game, this can be deadly. Be patient and wait for the right moment to engage. If you go in too early, you might get locked down and burst instantly. And that's it, guys. I hope this tutorial helps you master the new Freya. Thanks for watching, and good luck on the battlefield. If this kind of content is helping you, check out the playlist dedicated exclusively to tutorials. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming videos. Thank you so much for the support, and see you in the next video.